Alright guys, let's talk Jamie Humphreys and Luke Metcalf. So today I just want to give you a little bit of a deeper dive into these two players and maybe give you a reason to make that trade or hold that trade with either of these guys. And we'll be looking at Rugby League Fantasy Pro today. There's a paid website, so you will have to pay about $30 for the year, but I would highly recommend it if you're a serious fantasy nerd like me. Very useful. I use it all the time for stats. It's got reserve grade stats, which we're going to be looking at here, and very helpful. Love the website. Get it if you don't have it. Anyway, so we've got Jamie Humphreys here, reserve grade stats, playing for Manly reserve grade. And we can see here that over 22 games he's averaged about 44 points, and if we look deeper into these stats we can see that he averages around 19 tackles a game, and goals he averages around 3, so this is 6 points, so 3 goals. Then we've got kick meters, he averages around 200. And then we're looking at negatives. We got missed tackles at 2.5. So comparing it to his round 1 game, 0 miss, 30 tackles, 700 kick meters, we just can see from this that it is not sustainable, and it was just an anomaly. But that isn't to say that he's not a buy, but this is what you can more expect from him going forward, and that's completely fine. So his kick meters are a little bit low here, lower than what we'd be expecting in the first grade side, because he's got a few games in double figures here, and that's probably just not going to happen with him and Cody Walker. So what we can do is say filter out any games where he kicked less than 50% of the ball, and that takes us up to a nice 263 kick meters, and it also takes us to a 52-point average, so that is very appealing considering he is currently priced at 30. So the reserve grade stats back what everyone is thinking, and also if we look here, the one game he played last year, filling in for Cherry Evans, is probably more what we're going to come to expect from him in the coming month. So 24 tackles, a couple of missed there, decent meters gained, I guess. Less kick meters, and then there's a try as well, but I think he'll probably have a few more kick meters, and that's probably the factor here. Take away the try, add some more kick meters, and that's a pretty standard game for Jamie Humphreys. And we'll come over here to the break-even forecast, where we can put in the next 5 game scores projection. So I'm conservatively, conservative, saying that he'll average 45, and we can see here if he does that, he should get to the 150k in price rises, which is what we're buying for. And you can also, for the added bonus, start him in your side, which is very handy at the start of the season. So looking a bit deeper into it, all the signs seem to be pointing to a player that will average low 40s at worst, low 50s at best, and I think if you have a decent way to get to him, then I'd definitely be doing it. So that's Humphreys, and then we'll move into Luke Metcalf. So this is his NRL games that he's played at half currently, where he comes out to average around 36 points. But the main reason that we all bought Metcalf was because he's getting goal kicking, and he should be kicking more than he has in this sample size. So he's currently got 1 point of goal kicking on average and around 2 points of kick meters on average. So we'd probably be adding 4 to 5 points of goal kicking extra and maybe 5 to 6 points of kick meters. So if we say add on another 11 points, that would take us up to 47. But then just the fact that the Warriors don't appear to be going to play so well. He may not get as many attacking stats as he had in these past games, but they haven't even, well, I guess in 2023 he probably got some decent attacking stats when we came fourth, but I would say I'm hoping him to average 45 points. I wouldn't say that's too crazy to think. And so if we come over here, I've chucked 45s in the next 5. Unfortunately, the buy will stop him from making any fast money if he does start picking up the scores. But we can see here that if he carries this 45 average, his break even will get down. He'll start making money. By round 7, he would have made around 60,000, and he'd be heading for another 20k price rise if he keeps going that direction, and that would take it up to 80k, and it would be sort of like a slow burn up to that 100 to 150k. So the data does show that it's definitely still possible that he can be a successful buy, but it's also showing that the speed in which he's going to make the money is going to be a lot slower than Humphreys. Like you can see by round 5, if he goes as we expect, he's only going to have made 30 to 40k, whereas Humphreys would be at that 125k mark. So if Metcalf is your only way to Humphreys, then you can sort of feel safe that the money wise you could be up about 90,000 if you do make that trade. And if Metcalf does start showing promising signs, I wouldn't say you could jump back on. Like, yeah, I guess you could consider it, but basically if you jump off now and Metcalf has another bad game, you'll feel a lot better about it. And if even if he scores a 45 this week, it won't be too bad. He's only going to go up 6,000. But yeah, I'll leave it at that. But yeah, Metcalf price at 32. If he can average 45, which feels conservative, that's still 13 points of value, which is absolutely enough to hold on to. So yeah, I'll leave it at that. Nice short one. Yeah, 2 hours till kickoff for Thursday night. So hope everyone's got their team sorted, and hope everyone has a good round 2. And goodbye.